I think from what some of the interview people were relaying to me is that they're saying that he was welcoming, a scrap right in the middle of the octagon, and it didn't happen. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I don't necessarily, when you're in there, I do have a different energy. I have a different, feel in there. I feel strong. You know what I mean? And I don't know what happened. I don't know if, he was like wanting that. I think it sounds nice, right? To meet me in the middle and just scrap. But then you have like a smart coach like Mark Montoya that's gonna go out there and they're gonna really just kind of be like, hey man, look, we got 5 rounds for this. Like let's just kind of slow things down a little bit. We'll have our moments and we'll try to do this. Um, that's kind of how I would assume they would approach that. You know what I mean? My coaches, on the other hand, know me. You know what I mean? So like Greg on the tip on a typical type of fight, he's kind of like that. He's like, all right, we're gonna kind of ease our way into this. We got 5 rounds to play. Don't don't try to kill him the first 10 seconds. But they know me. You know what I mean? And I'll go for it. You know what I mean? And they just let me be me. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm thrown off or if I'm just a little just like, bro, it's just different in there. You know?
That's your opinion. Like, not, I'm not going to make you. I'm not going to ask you to pass judgment on Isaac Delgarian by any stretch of the imagination, but more just like in general that this is even coming up because like this is like the last thing we want for this sport.
Yeah, it doesn't really make it look good. It doesn't, it makes it look like I'm assuming this probably happened a lot maybe back in the day with boxing. You know what I mean? They probably just it didn't sit well with a lot of people. It definitely doesn't sit well with Dana. I know it doesn't sit well with people that are actually trying to win, right? Um, yeah, it's rough and it kind of sucks. I feel bad for the team, you know what I mean? Because I even got a little bit of it. They're like, well, Nama was supposed to win, or no, Nama should have, he didn't really seem like he looked like he was trying to win or something like that. And I'm like, look, hold on. I was like, you guys are understanding. This is almost like, just because you're training at the same gym, it's almost like guilty by association. And I'm like, look, me and Onama were very close in the line. I was like a plus, or I was a minus 135, and he was like a plus 130, 140, something like that. So it wouldn't have made sense. And then I got a black eye to prove it. He tried to freaking try to, get me. You know what I mean? Cut. So in my head, you can't hate on the gym. You can't hate on everybody else. Mark Montoya, all this stuff like that. I know that they kind of disassociated with Delgarian, and it doesn't look good. Like you said, nobody's, nothing's proven with anybody yet. I hope they figure it out. It doesn't look good for him. Um, yeah, I mean, I just don't know what good can come of it.